Good afternoon. My name is Tanmay Kayande, and for the last decade, I've been the trusted advisor for executives from startups to SMBs to enterprise scale organizations. I found patterns in the architecture of those that lead their field. I know because I've designed and developed their systems and processes using AI, platforms, models, and frameworks to positively affect billions of users. Now I bring my insights to you. Welcome to session 12. Over the last 11 sessions, we've explored a wide range of powerful prompting techniques, and now for the next few sessions, we're going to distill all of that knowledge into a core best practices that apply to almost every prompt you'll ever write. These are foundational rules for success. By the end of this session, you'll be able to first explain the importance of providing examples in the prompt, second, describe why the prompt should be simple and specific, and today, we're focusing on three fundamental best practices that form the bedrock for good prompt engineering: providing examples, designing with simplicity, and being specific about your desired output. If you're following along with the white paper, this is between pages 54 to 56. Let's start with what the paper calls the most important best practice: provide examples. As we learned in our session on one-shot and few-shot prompting, providing examples is a powerful teaching tool. Examples showcase the desired output, which allows the model to learn what you want and tailor its own response accordingly. It gives the model a clear reference point to aim for, which dramatically improves the accuracy, style, and tone of its response. The second best practice is to design with simplicity. Your prompt should always be concise, clear, and easy to understand. You should avoid using overly complex language or providing unnecessary information. A great rule of thumb is if it's already confusing for you, it's likely to also be confusing for the model. One way to achieve this is to use strong verbs that describe the action you want, like analyze, classify, create, summarize, or even translate. The third principle is be specific about the output. A short, concise instruction might seem simple, but it can often be too generic to be helpful. Providing specific details in your prompt helps the model to focus on what is relevant, which improves the overall accuracy for the final output. The before prompt, what you see here, is long and conversational. The after rewrite is much better. Notice how the second version is more direct and starts with an action verb and is much clearer. Now for specificity. The do not example is far too generic. This could result in anything. The do example, though, is much more specific. This version specifies the length, content, and tone, which guides the model in a much better result. Let's do a quick check. Imagine you have a long piece of customer feedback data, and you want the AI to pull out the main complaints. How would you apply the principles of simplicity and specificity to this task? I'll give you a few seconds to think about this. Bad prompt might be, what do you think of this text? Tell me the bad parts. It's not simple or specific. A much better prompt might be, list the top 3 customer complaints from the following text, format the output as a numbered list, and the tone should be neutral and factual. This prompt uses action verbs, is very specific about the desired output, format, and tone. The main takeaway today is a simple 3-part rule for better prompts. Show, don't just tell by providing examples. Keep it simple with clear, concise language, and leave no room for guessing by being specific about your desired output. In the next session, we'll continue with our core best practices, and we'll cover the difference between instructions versus constraints, how to manage output length, and how to use variables in your prompts. Thank you. I'll see you there.